And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna, and today I wanted to share with you guys some quotes from my favorite books. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so first of all, my favorite book is called Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. It's a really good book. The storyline is alright, but it's pretty sad and kind of morbid. But to be honest, it's my favorite book not because of the story, but because of the writing, the things in it that are so meaningful. And I just wanted to share some of these quotes with you guys. So, let's see. Okay, so this is the very start of the book. I always thought the moment you met the great love of your life would be more like the movies. Not exactly like the movies, obviously, with the slow-mo and the hair blowing in the breeze and the swelling instrumental soundtrack, but I at least thought there would be something, you know? A skipped beat of the heart, a tug at your soul where something inside you goes, there she is, finally, after all this time, there she is. And I love that so much. That's just like right away the book starts and you're just like, wow, the writing is just so beautiful. I really like this one. It says, the other half of me elated that she'd so willingly given me something that clearly meant a lot to her. I liked people like that. People who could part with material possessions with little or no hesitation. It's just, that's so true. I mean, I'm a very sentimental person and I hold on to things a lot, but you can learn a lot from that. This one's really adorable. I always got stage fright in front of her, my brain turning into a cavernously empty pothole that couldn't scrounge up useful thoughts to save itself. Like, that's just so cute how he's just like struggling to speak around her. I like this one too. The city at nighttime was spectacular. There's something about the million burning lights of a city in the dark that just gets to me. Maybe because it reminds me of the galaxy. I relate to that very deeply. I love the city so much. It's just such an incredible place. I like this quote a lot too. The universe is not the magical place people like to paint it as. It's excruciatingly beautiful, but there's no magic there, just science. It's just incredible. And this one's quite similar. Look up at that, honestly, and tell me you believe that our lives are anything more than a ridiculous cascade of random chances. There's like a lot of quotes about the universe and stuff like that in here that I really like. But I just think it's so incredible. Here's another one. Now I come here whenever I want to be reminded of how significant I am in the grand scheme of the universe. And another one is, space is the best cure for sadness that I know. When I look up at the night sky, I remember that I'm nothing but the ashes of long dead stars. A human being is a collection of atoms that comes together in an ordered pattern for a brief period of time, then falls apart again. I find comfort in my smallness. Another quote that I really like is, the best thing the universe ever gave us is that we'll all be forgotten. That when we die, despite any pain or fear or embarrassment we experience during our lives, despite any heartbreak or grief, we get to be dispersed back into nothingness. It makes me feel brave, knowing I'll get a blank slate at the end. You get a brief glimmer of consciousness to do with what you will, and then it's given back to the universe again. I'm not religious, but even I can appreciate that that's redemption on the grandest scale. Oblivion isn't scary. It's the closest thing to genuine absolution of sin that I can imagine. And this book is just so incredible. It's just so beautiful. Heart-wrenchingly beautiful. And here's one more. Her fingers still knotted with mine. I wondered, in that moment, if it was possible for human beings to go supernova. My atoms felt like they were emitting a shock wave of heat and light as they came unstuck from each other. There's just so many metaphors about the universe and atoms and space and stars in this book, and I have a fascination with space and the galaxy and whatever. And it's just, I love it so much. It's just so beautiful. This is one of my quotes that, like, just favorite of all time. Okay, because I never realized that you could fall in love with humans the same way you fall in love with songs. How the tune of them can mean nothing to you at first, an unfamiliar melody, but quickly turn into a symphony carved across your skin, a hymn in the web of your veins, a harmony stitched into the lining of your soul. And that's so true. I love music so much, and it's such a great, beautiful, incredible metaphor. This book is filled with everything I love. It's incredible. This is a really short one, but I like it a lot. Her soul was made of stardust and chaos. It's just so simple but beautiful. I love it so much. Here's another one. It's kind of dramatic, but I like it. Because it seems like a lot of hassle liking someone. Your brain runs hot, the cogs inside your mind jarring together till all the oil of your thoughts is burned away. The fire spreads to your chest, where it chars your lungs and turns your heart to embers, and right when you think the flame has burned everything away but your skeleton, the spark skips from your bones to immolate not only your flesh, but your entire life. That's deep. Very dramatic. This one is such a good representation of anxiety and panic attacks. That thick feeling in your throat, the way the spot behind your sternum turns to concrete and each breath becomes a battle. And this quote right here is so beautiful. I just love it. She had me by the collar and was kissing me like I was oxygen and she was drowning, so I let her draw all the breath from my lips to save herself. I somehow knew in that moment that Gracetown was a jagged piece of glass that I'd cut myself on again and again if I let myself get involved with her, that the way forward would be pockmarked by sadness and grief and jealousy. And that's just what happens sometimes when you fall in love, but someone's not right for you. Okay, there's a lot of quotes I love in here, so I'm only gonna pick one more. But I think I'm gonna pick a pretty long one that I love a lot. And maybe if you guys like this, I'll do another part about my favorite quotes. So this one is a letter he wrote within it. I'm gonna leave out some parts of it so as to not spoil it, but just mainly leave in the writing. For the last few months, I've lived my life according to a simple truth, that in the end, nothing we do here really matters. Some people fear oblivion. Some people are scared by the idea that their lives are meaningless. You taught me to find it beautiful. You taught me to let it give me courage. And then that's a spoiler, so I'm gonna skip that. It was you who taught me that oblivion is our reward for being human, that the very fabric of reality itself is kind enough to ensure that all our sins and silliness will be stripped away. It's that same courage that I'm using to write you this letter, laying bare for you exactly how I feel. And that's a spoiler. Before you, I'd never been able to imagine wanting someone in my life the way I want you. From the first day you made me drive myself home, there was chemistry unlike I'd ever felt for anyone before. That's not the kind of thing you walk away from, even if the situation is difficult. Even if it's so messed up, you begin to believe you might be in the Truman Show, because goddamn, someone must be plotting this. I know you know this, because if you didn't, one or both of us would have left by now, or we wouldn't have started, because some things are worth fighting for. And that's a spoiler, so I'm gonna skip that. Blah, 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 blah. Spoilers. So, Gracetown, that's how I feel. I wish I could be this eloquent when we talk, but I'm a writer at heart. I'm wasted on the spoken word, but there's a small piece of my soul in this letter. To surmise, I am here, I am game, I am staying, and I want you. It's the end of the earth and the death of the universe that give me the insane courage to say that I'm yours if you want me. All that's left now is for you to decide what you want. No mean feat, I'm aware, but something that must be done regardless. So yeah, that's it. If you guys want me to make another video talking about this book, comment down below, because I will, because it's such an incredible book. But yeah, for now, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIM, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.